people, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a few weeks, but I have finally gotten settled into my new space, and I am currently getting just like my area that I'm going to be filming in together for you all for videos and stuff. So I appreciate your patience, but I was sitting at my altar space earlier and just really having just like a message come through. And I wanted to share it with everyone. And I know my setup is a little bit different. I'm typically not on camera for these sorts of things, but today I decided to try something a little different and to just go for it. So this is going to be a very in-depth message. I feel like there are a lot of moving pieces and components to it for different people. This is a collective reading. So I feel like if you're here, then you were meant to hear this message or these messages. I definitely don't think there's just like one grand one. But I wanted to go ahead and record this while everything was still fresh in my brain, because I literally just pulled these and was just sitting with everything. Yes, let's get cozy together and just go ahead and get started. So I pulled from 6 different decks. I know that is a lot. But I'm literally gonna go through the cards that came out in the order in which I pulled from the decks. And I feel like the message is definitely telling a story. And then certainly I will leave you all with a posing questions from my empowering questions deck. So let's go ahead and dive in. With this, I'm getting the sense of just heaviness right now. In terms of healing, because healing is never easy, but there's definitely something that just like needs to be let go. The feeling for the beginning part of this energy is just heaviness. Cards that came out, processing grief, celebrating simplicity, and asking for angelic support. Now, with this group, I am getting that it's what's that something that just came to mind, but it's and please, for those of you guys who do know it, and don't shame me for not knowing it like altogether, but I'm getting this message of, you know, I think it's a poem, but it's like life for me hasn't been a crystal stair or something like that. But I'm getting this sense of like heaviness and loss. Just, this group has been through a lot. I'm getting strong like family energy, familial energy. I am getting this group of kind of being stubborn in a sense of just like not acknowledging that like you have support around you, or being too afraid to ask for help. And Spirit wants you to know that that is something that like that is healing in itself. asking for help, saying that you're not okay. Especially when things aren't okay. I feel like with this group, you are letting go or you are processing some sort of grief. Now, it can be because of a death, a loved one, somebody that you was super close with you, that you cared about. It could be the loss of a relationship, grieving that, because that's also a grieving process as well, and going through this idea of not having someone in your life consistently or a relationship dynamic changing. It could definitely be a breakup as well, but part of me feels like this isn't like a romantic energy, but is more so of like a familial and more of like a friendship energy. For some, it is death and processing that loss of a loved one. For some people, I feel like you might be a little angry at this person or through this grieving process for whoever you have lost, because you're just kind of like, why did you leave me? And as I'm saying that, my eyes are watering, because I mean, that's literally like the question that's coming through, like, why did you leave me? You shouldn't have left me. You know that I need you. Why did you leave me? Why now? When I've needed you the most. I'm sorry, I'll cover up the other card. This is one of the cards that came out from the Letting Go Oracle deck, and it says, today I will accept the potent emotions I may feel towards members of my family, and I'll be grateful for the lessons they're teaching me. I accept the golden light of healing that's shining on all of us. So I feel like through this process of loss or grief, there is a sense of anger coming up. For some of you guys, you just need to release anger, any resentment, any emotions that you may feel towards your family members or even your chosen family friendships, because those also apply, and how people may have hurt you. It's an important part of your healing process. I'm also getting this sense of change is in the air. Change is definitely in the air. But the change feels a bit tumultuous. It feels like there's some stuff, like you're like digging for gold, and like you gotta continue to dig. You gotta dig, and then like before you get tired, like right at the precipice, then it's like, oh my gosh, gold. And okay, just being real, the beginning part is not going to be easy, and what you do with your healing journey plays an important part in how everything else falls into place. So with that part of it, you have like all of the control. You have all of the control because you get to control yourself. But with this group and this change, there is an issue with like a lack of trust, literally appearing in two different decks. This in particular, the abundance deck, and this one is the letting go deck, or the art of letting go. And it says, today I will trust that the events occurring in my life are not random. My experiences aren't mistakes in the universe. My higher power in life are not picking on me. I'm going through exactly what I need to go through to learn something valuable, something that will prepare me for the joy and love I am seeking. So I'm sensing that because of this change And a lot of it has to do with your healing the parts of your life in which need to be healed, released, let go, that need to be felt. They're like knocking at your front door right now. Again, this healing has to do with letting go. It has to do with processing grief. It has to do with really accepting and acknowledging that you can't do it alone. But in your mind, I feel as if that resonates as some sort of weakness because you can't do it on your own. When in actuality, it's a strength. It's a strength being able to admit that, to sit in that space. And what you do with it, what you do with that acknowledgement has the ability to change the trajectory of whether or not you choose the path of abundance or whether or not you choose the path of anger, of fear, of lack, of scarcity. This change is inevitable. It's going to happen either way. But with all of the storms, it's feeling very stormy right now. It's feeling very, very stormy. Look at this. Look, this, first of all, this is from the African Goddess Oracle deck, and I love this Oracle deck. The artistry is beautiful. The illustrations are beautiful. You're feeling very exposed in these storms. You're feeling very bare. You're feeling naked. You're feeling very naked right now. And as uncomfortable as it is, Spirit wants you to know that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Like, you, with this energy, it's almost as if you've been putting on face for so long. How are you doing today? Oh, I'm great. But really, you're like crumbling on the inside. Or like, how are you feeling today? But you haven't been really being vulnerable or just being completely honest and transparent. But it's gotten to the point where everything is at your front door now. And so you can't even leave the house because you are being hit with this wealth of emotions, with the grief, with the fear, with the anger, with the storm. And the storm isn't going anywhere. So then what do you do? What do you do? You wait. You wait patiently. You trust. You trust that your experiences are not mistakes. You trust that you are exactly where you are supposed to be, feeling exactly what you need to feel. Because that is what is going to make all of the difference. How you lean into this. Lean into it. If you try to pull back away from it, you're going to end up breaking. You are going to end up breaking. You're going to end up breaking yourself. You're going to end up prolonging the abundance that God has for you. But you have to admit, you have to lean into the fact that you got to feel these things. You have to feel them. They're not going to go anywhere. I almost got a little tongue-tied in a sense, but because part of me is also feeling like this storm card is really, really resonating with me. And it's just, I feel like for a minute I wanted to say something, but I got a little tongue-tied. So part of me also feels like, even with some of the cards, there's just a lot of blue showing. There is some pinks in here, but blue, something is telling me that you guys need to be exercising your throat chakra a little more. That you need to be speaking up, that you need to be speaking out. That these thoughts and feelings that you're having don't need to be held in. You need to voice them. Even if you're sitting alone by yourself and you have all of these thoughts in your head, Spirit is saying, say them, speak them. Speak life into the fact that you are feeling these things and that it's okay to feel these things, but that it is also necessary. It is necessary for your breakthrough. It's necessary for your breakthrough. You can't do it all. And you're not meant to do it all. I'm going to tell you, because a lot of people, including me, myself sometimes, we want to know the end. We want to get to the end. We want to get to the good stuff, you know? We want the abundance. We want all of that. I'm going to tell you, all of that is yours. The abundance is yours. I am grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. The abundance is yours. The miracles are yours. The abundance, the miracles. The breakthrough. The radiance, the glow. If you guys want to know, you want to know the end, this is it. This is it. Your heart's desires. This is it. This is it because the universe, God, Spirit, your angels, your guides, they want all of this for you. What you want for yourself, it is what they want for you. It's what the divine wants for you. But I'm telling you now, you don't get to just jump here. It's not how it works. You don't have a true appreciation for this without the journey. And I'm feeling right now, because I'm holding back tears personally, it has been rough. It has been really, really rough. This change, this transfiguration has been rough. And some of you, you're feeling like you are literally out of control. Like just everything is out of your control. But the truth is that you're not trusting. You're not trusting your process. You're not trusting your journey. And it hurts. It hurts, but the universe is screaming out to you to trust. Trust that this storm is watering you. It is nourishing you. It is happening for you and not to you. All of the seeds that you have planted, they need the water. Journeys take time. They take time. Spirit wants me to let you know that through the storms, find joys in the simplicities of life. It'll be a good grounding tool for you. Whether that is you getting your morning coffee, or whether that is you meditating every day, whether that is you journaling, whether that is you having a moment where you break out and dance. Like, the storm is going to take some time. It's a process, and it's going to take patience. It's going to take patience. Today, I will wait patiently. If waiting is the action I need in order to take care of myself, I know that I'm taking positive, forceful action by waiting until the time is right. God, help me let go of my fear, urgency, and panic. Help me learn the art of waiting. Some of you guys, you are just feeling like you are drowning right now. And you haven't been patient. This change, these storms, you feel naked. You feel exposed. You feel like you can't hide. And as much as you're masking that, everybody can see straight through how you are feeling. Spirit wants you to lean into all of this. Lean into it. It's not the end, but it's a very important part of your process in the growth. In order for you to get to that destination. But who you become, how you heal, what you learn, it is far more important. Far more important. I'm a crier. Everybody who knows me knows that I'm a crier. But it's only because I feel so much with this reading. And I'm not afraid of my tears. I'm not afraid of my tears. And neither should you. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to see a therapist, see a therapist. I'm telling you now, it is going to get better. It's going to. Forgive. Let go. Because the very thing that you won't let go of is the very thing that won't let you go. It's a two-way thing. You deserve your bliss. You deserve that peace, that joy. And if some of you are feeling lost, if you're feeling like, how do I get through this? I'm not gonna lie to you and say that it's easy, because it's not. But Spirit has provided you with some answers. Ask for help. Ask for support from the divine. It doesn't make you weak. It's the exact opposite. None of us were meant to do it alone. But you have to be transparent. You have to be transparent about how you're really feeling with God, with the divine, with Source, with the universe. There is beauty in your nakedness, in your vulnerability, in you not being okay. There's power in acknowledging that you're not okay, that you need help. This is temporary. It's temporary, but it's necessary. Ask for help. Talk to the divine, talk to your angels, talk to your guides. Again, talk to a therapist if you need to. Write it down, but don't hold it in. Be humble. It's okay. It's okay to need help. We all need it. We all need it. You have to trust your journey, trust your process. It's not meant to look like anybody else's. And trust and believe there are plenty of people out here masking. Plenty. And I personally can always see right through those people that are masking. You may not be okay now, but you are going to be. Be patient with your process. As easy as it's not, feel what you need to feel. Feel it. Think about the little things that make you happy. That make you happy, and do those things. Do those things through this storm, through this change. Talk, be vocal about it. Now is not the time for you to be silent about any of this anymore. The time is now to speak up, speak out. The time is now to be vulnerable. The time is now to release fear and anger and pain. The time is now to cry. The time is now to yell. The time is now. Speak. Feel. It is through all of this that you will live. You will live. And you are going to make it through. You are going to be okay. This is the end. Your radiance, your abundance, your miracles, your blessings. This is the end. If it helps, you are going to get here. This is it. This is it. That was a it was a heavy reading. It was a heavy reading, but I'm so blessed and grateful for it. You guys are going to be just fine. You're going to be just fine. A lot of these cards are in increments of 3 or have 3s on them. So you might be seeing 3s, you might be seeing 6s, 9s, 33s, 3s, just 3s. You might be, seeing some 5s as well, which is apparent on these cards. So if any of those angel numbers resonate with you, let me know if you've been seeing threes or fives. That just seems to be the energy. Today's affirmation today is, I live in a peaceful world because I choose to think loving and peaceful thoughts, which is beautiful. And of course, I cannot leave without posing an empowering question for you guys. So let's see, as you are growing through this, because we don't ever just go through anything for shits and giggles, guys. We don't. We don't. And some people ask me all the time, do you really think everything happens for a reason? Hell yeah. Like, we just not out here twiddling our thumbs and just literally going through these things. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just floating. No, it all has purpose, guys. And if you can't see that, I continue to pray for you in your journey and whatnot, because, well, yeah. I feel like it's a lot easier once you accept that. Whoa. Okay, so we have two that came out, 2 questions. Journal about this week, write it down, think about it. If you're not a journaler, record it. If you want to vlog, answer. But the first one is, what is my instinct telling me to do? And last but not least, what gives me great joy? I know for me, it's always channeling messages, working with herbs, and, continuing to grow as a healer spiritually, as an herbalist. I think my next video is going to be centered on household herbs and just what you can use every day that you probably have in your pantry, spices and whatnot. But also to look into more of these herbs. St. John wort was one. St. John's wort. Get into this. I think it's Jergon Sacha or Saka, and then Inco. So those 3 cards came from my herbalist oracle deck. But I say all that to say, I pray that you guys have an amazing week. Thank you so much for your patience. It has been a few weeks since I've posted, but know that I'm always sending out love and healing energy to the collective. I know that this was a heavy reading. I felt the heavy energy, but it was beautiful. And I'm just so grateful that the universe has just made it very clear to me what my divine purpose is. And that's something that we each all just have to cultivate with God on our own, because sometimes, we need that to get us through the moments where we may feel a little bit discouraged. But I know it's change, it's transformative, and I know that it's very uncomfortable right now, and it hurts, and that it's heavy, but lean into it, okay, guys? Okay, so until next week, I love you guys. Please, please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I will define myself. There are plenty more videos where this came from. Again, I love doing this, and that my ultimate prayer is that whoever is meant to see this sees it ultimately. But have a great week, you guys. Until next time. Bye.